That was John Fant. We're going to pivot now to a little Browns talk, and this is something that we have had a back and forth with relationship over the last at least couple weeks, maybe going on a month now, but the Deandre Hopkins saga. It was reported yesterday, Sal Paolantonio, who was on ESPN radio, not in Cleveland, just nationally, said that the Browns are still lurking for Deandre Hopkins. And then a few hours later, Albert Breer came out and said the Browns are content with their wide receiver core and they will not be pursuing DeAndre Hopkins. Mary Kay Cabot came on the radio this morning and doubled down on that, saying you could take it to the bank. Hopkins will not be a Brown. Jason G., who wants to start, like it, love it, hate it, DeAndre Hopkins, Browns, the rumors officially appear to be squashed.
Man, listen. Sometimes you're like, am I tired of the rumors? I'll take the rumors. You know why? Because there was a point in time where it was garbage to the point nobody wasn't being rumored to come to Cleveland at all. No one cared. Like, you was not getting free agents. Nobody was coming for trades. So, yeah, I'll take it. I've always said, like, look, man, if DeAndre Hopkins wanted to show up to Cleveland and be a part of it, like, we got the bag, pull up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you was in high school. Like, look, when I was a freshman, you know what I'm saying? Back then, y'all didn't want me. I got hot. I'm a junior now. I get buckets. We good. The Browns used to be that lowly little program, and people never mess with it. At the end of the day now, we got ball players around. We got Deshaun Watson. We got Chubb. We got Myles Garrett. We got Zadarius. We got guys that could play the game. Amari Cooper. So it's not like we begging you to show up. Like, if he wanted to be here, he got the plug with Deshaun Watson. We got the cap space. He know what our roster looked like. At the end of the day, I just feel like DeAndre Hopkins needs to make up his mind where he want to go. Because at the end of the day, the Patriots are interested in him. They just, I think they gave Devontae Adams some money. Devontae Adams. I'm sorry. It's a major difference than Devontae's. But I will say this. He needs to just figure out where he wants to go, because I think he wants a bigger market than it is out there. Like, and people start to feel like, well, you trying to raise the price a little bit, and that's what you should be doing. But at the end of the day, if he wanted to come, he can come. Like, the offer might be still there, but I'm not tripping on it either way.
What up, bro?
Gee, I got to give you some pushback on that, because I think you're viewing it as DeAndre Hopkins told the Browns no, but it sounds like to me that this is a situation to where Andrew Berry is saying, no, I'm cool on this. I don't want to go this route. And if that's the case, is Andrew Berry making the right decision?
I actually have an issue with this. And you touched on it yesterday, Earl. The only known factor in the receiver room is Amari Cooper. Everyone else is potential. Elijah Moore could be really good. We just haven't seen it yet. DPJ is a solid receiver. We don't know. I think this is an all-in year for the Browns. We've talked about it. If they get off to a bad start, I think Stefanski's gone. I think a lot of guys are getting fired. And this could turn into a situation where a lot of the guys that we've come accustomed to seeing in a Cleveland Browns uniform are not there. In an all-in year, in an AFC as loaded as it is top to bottom, where there are 10 teams who I think legitimately could be in contention for a playoff spot, I think Hopkins, at minimum, is the difference in at least one win. Do you guys think that's crazy?
No,
I think Hopkins is the minimum difference of one win.
That
minimum.
Ain't crazy. That ain't crazy.
A game where he goes off, dominates, has 2 touchdowns, and we look back and say, hey, DeAndre Hopkins was the X factor in this game that allowed us to win. And in a crowded AFC, one win is the difference between going 9-8, 10-7, 11-6. And I think there's going to be 6-7 teams in that range where one difference is the spot of making the playoffs or sitting home in January. And they're all in. Like, at this point, why not take that last step and go all in?
We've kind of seen how they handle it, though. Like, this reminds me of the way they handled Clowney the first year. Clowney wanted a little bit more money, and they said, well, look, we got the 11-12 for you here, right? We would like to have you back. It's up to you for your agent to figure out where you want to go. At this point, if you're looking at DeAndre Hopkins and you're looking at the way things are looking, you'd be a fool not to say that your best look is not in Cleveland with a quarterback you already played with a team that got a running game and a nice offensive line and a defense. Like, so you have to think about, what does he really want? Like, if I'm looking at the roster and the money is relatively the same, and I'm looking at the Patriots with Mac Jones, or I'm looking at Deshaun Watson, like,
or the Titans with nobody.
Or the Titans
those
with,
are the 3 alleged finalists.
So okay, you could go play for them, but then I'm starting to think that you just want the rock, or you just want to be the guy, or you're not really into winning. Like I always say, listen, we assume everybody wants to win. We assume winning is on the top of everybody's pecking order. But I don't know, Jason. If the money is there and it's available and he ain't taking it or he don't want to visit, like, I can't make him do it, right?
I mean, I've said all along, if Deshaun wants him here and he wants to be here, they're going to figure it out. This kind of tells me that I don't know if he's really a high priority for Deshaun. Like, let's be honest about it. If Deshaun pounded the table and said, I want him, go get him,
he'd be here.
It's going to be hard to dismiss that, given the voice, the position he plays, and the contract that he holds. So is he better than David Bell? Yeah, he's better than David Bell. Like, he could be an upgrade for a lot of teams in terms of the receiver room, but not everyone's pursuing him. And there is the rollover factor of the cap. There is trying to preserve space because of what's coming ahead. Every team has to have one eye on today and one eye on tomorrow. We saw it last year with Garoppolo. I think that's why they didn't pursue Garoppolo, was all the money that they could roll over into this year, which allowed them to do certain things and not pursuing Hop, although I don't think it's going to be a very big number the way as long as this is going. Maybe we're surprised and some team writes a big check for him.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm kind of ambivalent on the whole thing one way or the other.
I said from the beginning, I didn't think there was anything Cleveland could do extra to attract DeAndre Hopkins to the Browns. Like, if he wanted to play with Deshaun Watson, if he wanted to be a Brown, he would have been a Brown. I didn't think there was any financial number amount they would have offered that would change him from being like, oh, I'd rather go to New England than Cleveland. Because I think the money's going to be the same. I just don't get, and I'm actually aligned with Earl on this one. To me, it sounds like this is Andrew Berry saying, I like Moore, I like DPJ, I like Bell, I like the rest of the guys in that room. Tillman, outside Cooper, obviously Cooper's an established number one, that I don't think we need him. And my point is, this AFC is so freaking loaded, top to bottom. Literally, you have the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens, the Steelers are competitive. The whole AFC East, all 4 teams are there. You have Jacksonville. Like, that's 10 teams. I think I should count 11. 11 teams that will be fighting for 7 spots. And this is a year. If this was last year for the Browns, it'd be like, okay, it's year 1 of Deshaun Watson. You still have a lot of guys whose contracts are not at their tipping point. Maybe you don't need them. You see how this year goes. Then next year we go all in. I think this is an all-in season for Cleveland. It is. In my opinion, it's an all-in year for Cleveland. And if you're all in, you're all in. You can't be 85% all in. If you're all in, go get DeAndre Hopkins. Make him an offer he can't say no to. Because I do think, at minimum, he's the difference in 1 win. And 1 win's the difference of us saying, who's going to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns next year? And saying, hey, Kevin Stefanski took us to the second round of the AFC playoffs. Give the man a 10-year extension.
It's a fair point. There's jobs on the line this year, and they all know it.
I'm the 6-game captain. I said, bro, at the last year, I said, you punted last year, you got 6 games. That's all you got. I'm not dealing with it. I can't do it no more. Here's the reality of it, though. You know how you work with somebody, and I'm not saying this, you know how you work with somebody a little bit, and you might be working with them, and you don't really never come out and say it, but like, man, he kind of difficult to work with because
I say it. Anthony's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like, you know, but you don't got it out in the public. So we don't know. Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and for the most part, Deshaun Watson don't say nothing controversial. Like, to be truthful, it's not like he was gonna come out and be like, "Yo, I think I like DeAndre, I like D Hop, but he was kind of washed."
Right.
Yeah.
He's not gonna say that.
No.
He's just gonna put the cape on and say, "Yeah, get my guy," and then behind closed doors, like, nah, he ain't really got much. Like, we might as well roll with DP. Because, like, I'll give you credit. It is what it is. If he really wanted him, name me one quarterback that make that much money that did not get
Aaron
who they
Rodgers just
wanted.
brought 7 of his Green Bay Packers washed-up teammates to New York. But
Washed.
actually, you just made me think of something. And, Jason, to your point, I'm going to do a little spin zone here, pro-Browns fans. Ready? Maybe Watson's in there saying, hey, DPJ is a freaking baller.
Yeah, like
And he might be like, listen, he was my favorite target in certain scramble situations last year. I know that's not his typical makeup, but guess what? We have developed this chemistry. And, yeah, D-Hop's my guy. I love him, but I want DPJ in the field. And if we bring in Hopkins and DPJ's not there, I'm not saying that's happening, but maybe that is the conversation Watson's having with Stefanski and Berry behind scenes that we're not privy to, that we look at it and say, well, D-Hop's an upgrade over DPJ, bring him in. But Watson on the back end's like, nah, DPJ's my guy.
and Watson gonna be held accountable for that too.
What's up, bro?
Well, I think for me, me and McNuggets is on the same page. I really think that if he wants to come, he should
be
come.
here.
I think
Yeah.
Andrew Berry should go after him. But in the back of my mind is something that Jason told me, I think, last week, that whatever money that they have on the books now, they're going to use that to roll over into next year. Is that correct, Jason? Like, he's comfortable having that security.
You can roll the cap year to year. Anything left over 1 year rolls into next year's cap.
Yeah. And
So-
also, if someone gets hurt, to sign someone mid-season, you have to have a little cap space open
Yeah.
to sign somebody. Like, there are reasons financially not to bring him in. My point is, in my opinion, this is all in season. Like, if jobs are on the line, you go all in. You don't care about next year if you don't have next year guaranteed.
And why would, and here's the thing about Deshaun Watson, why would you not, like, he has a say so in the way his career is going. If he's a dude that knows he's behind the 8 ball and once he gets his career back, why would you sit and not say, I want this guy to come help me out? That's on you too. Like what were you thinking about?
Earl, what's up, my man?
All right, man. So let's give away some tickets again, of course, and then we got
Let's do
another
it.
read. We got the creator of the new dog logo sitting in the chat, so we can't wait to talk to him.